Imagine walking into a street market and spotting a branded jacket worth 4,000 rupees selling for just 800 rupees. It's not fake, it's not damaged. It's just that nobody's paying attention. अब सोचो ऐसा ही कुछ आप स्टॉक मार्केट में कर पाए तो? That's what this masterclass is about. Finding great companies available at a discount. Companies that others may have overlooked, misunderstood, or temporarily lost faith in. Let's dive right in. Understanding undervalued. The word undervalued gets thrown around a lot. But what does it really mean? सीधा सा मतलब है ऐसा स्टॉक जिसका मार्केट प्राइस उसकी असली वैल्यू से कम है, जिसे हम कहते हैं इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू. Now this mispricing can happen for a lot of reasons. Temporary bad news, investor panic, macroeconomic events. But for smart investors, this creates opportunity. Think of the stock market as a voting machine in the short term, but a weighing machine in the long term. And your job is to look past the noise and weigh the value. Intrinsic value outweighs extrinsic hype in Indian stocks. This means just because everyone's shouting about a stock or ignoring it doesn't mean it's worth what it's priced at. You have got to do the math. Let's decode 3 simple but powerful tools that help you spot undervalued stocks. Number 1, PE ratio. This stands for price to earnings. It's calculated by dividing the current stock price by the earnings per share. अगर किसी स्टॉक का PE लो है, तो हो सकता है वो undervalued हो. But that's not always the case. Take ITC for example. For years, it had a low PE and people called it boring. But it had steady earnings, great cash flows, and eventually it delivered massive returns between 2021 to 2023. So in hindsight, it was undervalued. पर अगर किसी कंपनी का PE लो है क्योंकि उसका बिजनेस ही टूट रहा है, तो ये हो सकता है वैल्यू ट्रैप. नंबर 2, PB रेशियो. PB मींस प्राइस टू बुक वैल्यू. ये मेट्रिक बैंक्स और फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज के लिए काफी यूजफुल है. Banks like Indian Overseas Bank and UCO Bank had some of the lowest PB ratios in the Indian market in 2023. Now that doesn't guarantee a turnaround, but for value investors, it's a signal to start looking deeper. What's causing this low valuation? Is it justified or is it market being overly pessimistic? Number 3, intrinsic value. It's the calculated true worth of a company based on expected future cash flows, earnings, and assets. It doesn't have to be exact. It's a range, but it tells you if the stock is on sale. Alright, you have got your tools. Now, how do you apply them? Let me walk you through the mindset and process I recommend. Start by screening for companies that are profitable consistently, have manageable or zero debt, show solid returns on equity, are trading below their average PE or PB ratios, are in sectors with long-term potentials. Then read annual reports, quarterly updates, look at management commentary. Ask yourself, is this business fundamentally strong but temporarily ignored? This is what legendary investors like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and Radhakishan Damani have done for years. Identify stories before market fully appreciates them. Let's look at real-life Indian examples. Titan. 2013 में RBI ने गोल्ड इंपोर्ट्स पे रेस्ट्रिक्शन लगाई. टाइटन का स्टॉक 13% गिर गया एक दिन में. लेकिन जो टाइटन के ब्रांड और कंज्यूमर लॉयल्टी को समझते थे, उन्होंने उसे बाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी माना. Fast forward, Titan has become one of the most admired Indian consumer brands. Next is Tata Motors. 2020 में टाटा मोटर्स ने 9,863 करोड़ रुपीस का क्वार्टरली लॉस रिपोर्ट किया. The stock should have crashed, right? Instead, investors saw value. The stock actually rose. Why? Because the market was pricing in future potential, especially in EVs. Next is public sector banks in 2020. In 2020, 5 PSU bank stocks were trading near their face value, including Punjab and Sindh Bank, UCO Bank, and Central Bank. That's a red flag or a green flag depending on fundamentals. लेकिन कुछ ने बुक्स क्लीन किए, एफिशिएंसी इंप्रूव की और स्ट्रॉन्ग रिबाउंड दिया. नाउ लेट्स सेव यू सम मनी बाय टॉकिंग अबाउट द मोस्ट कॉमन ट्रैप्स. डोंट बाय जस्ट बिकॉज समथिंग लुक्स चीप. Don't assume a low PE or PB means a good deal. It could be a broken business. Don't ignore management quality. Don't get stuck into a stock out of ego. So here's your checklist before you put your money into any stock. Do I understand what this company does? Is it profitable over the last 3 to 5 years? Is the debt under control? Does it have pricing power or a moat? Is the stock cheap for a reason, or is it the market being too emotional? If you answer yes to most of these, you may just have found your next titan. Look, the stock market is emotional. Prices go up and down, but the value doesn't lie. If you train yourself to find value when others see fear, you're already ahead of 90% of retail investors. So next time a stock crashes, ask yourself, is this panic or is this a buying opportunity? Which stock do you think is undervalued right now? Let us know in the comments. And that's a wrap for this video. For more such insightful and simplified investing content, subscribe to Bajaj Broking. See you in the next one.
Investments in the securities market are subject to market risk. Read all related documents carefully before investing.